Sorry about that. Had to pause, so I'll stitch this together after. So I have this dream that there are two alien civilizations at war, and I'm seeing a foreign and a really alien-looking planet. Like everything, I can see the surface of the planet. I'm getting close-ups of the planet. I'm getting close. I'm getting a view of all the outer space around it, kind of like a sci-fi movie. And I see that one civilization is attacking the other, and these are non-human civilizations in the dream, but there are like humanoid type beings living. That there's a humanoid type set of beings living on the planet, and they're also being attacked by a humanoid type civilization in ships, and the ships are firing on the planet, and the ships are also and the planet itself has its own ships which are firing back, and some of the enemy ships are crashing into the planet, and I see them actually like crashing through buildings and structures, and it's pretty wild, but it's also kind of like a Star Wars movie. And I'm aware that there is a female leader on the planet who is watching this go down from the planet's surface, and she becomes aware somehow that the attacking aliens, are trying to shoot some kind of weapon into their sun that can destroy it and thereby destroy the whole system. I don't think like that happened in a Star Trek movie one time. um but I don't think that can actually like happen. Like suns are enormous. Like if you shot a nuclear missile, if you actually had a way of shooting a nuclear missile into the sun, it would just like a candle. Like it would just be incinerated. It would be so small compared to the power of the sun. And I was thinking about that just the other day, even when I took a lunch break at work and I went out. I work in a place where they have a man-made lake behind the building, and it's a little bit of a walk, but I took a break down there, and I laid back on some rocks, and I was lying in the sun, and I was thinking about how hot the sun was and how I would probably have a tan from it, and then also thinking how many millions of miles away from the sun we have to be just for it not to incinerate us, for it to only like keep us warm and alive in the so-called Goldilocks zone, where they say that planets can have life because they're neither too warm nor too hot to sustain life. So the sun is just sort of ridiculous, and then there's billions and billions of suns in this enormous, ridiculously huge universe that we can't even get our head around. So, in the dream, the leader, the female leader, she realizes the planet's going to be destroyed, and Cardinal's back. And this is really distressing because she's at a point where nothing can be done about it. But at the same time, like I'm kind of seeing it through her eyes as she's experiencing it, and I'm aware of what she's aware of, which is that even though this event is going to take place and they're going to be wiped out, she also realizes that they're on some kind of time loop, and they're going to have another chance. Like somehow the civilization is being prevented from being destroyed by some kind of cosmic force or forces that won't allow it to happen. And even as it's happening the first time, she knows that it's going to be undone and time is going to be rewound. And this is not the first time that I've dreamt of like time being what's the word I'm looking for? Time being toyed with by forces that we don't understand, if that's even possible. Where like a tragic event that is not allowed to happen because higher forces say nope, nope, We haven't intervened. We've allowed your free will right up to this point, and then we won't allow your free will at from this point forward for that you would destroy yourselves. It's not allowed. So what happens is they do shoot this weapon, the enemy, into the sun, and I'm aware that like the planet is dying. It's I guess going to be incinerated by a supernova is the idea. Like that this planet is nearer to its sun than maybe ours is. It doesn't matter because it's not, as far as I know, it's not possible to destroy a sun. I mean, why would you want to anyway? Even if you had the technology, there wouldn't be no point. If you had that kind of technology, you wouldn't need to be destroying suns unless you were just insane and cruel. But so I experience kind of like the mini death of the planet. I close my eyes and it gets really warm. And it gets uncomfortably warm. But this is in the dream. So what is warmth anyway? But in the dream, it's like I'm aware that it's uncomfortably warm, and it's like, this is really intense. And then it ends, and then basically the clock is reversed, and we're back where we were before, and there's an opportunity to prevent this from happening, maybe by doing something different, like in a sci-fi movie where you prevent a catastrophe by going back in time and changing some circumstance so that the outcome is more favorable. And this is what happened in the dream. And since I've been having these sort of endless dreams lately of this constant battle between light and dark, it either means that it's a fixation of mine, or if I'm really tapping into something deeper, maybe because of where we are on the planet, in the cycles of the planet, that maybe there really is some bigger kind of prophesized era coming to pass. That is what I believe. I do believe that astrology is real, that there are cycles that begin and end, and that the beginnings and endings are very dramatic, and that as we're pulled through different celestial systems, different signs in the zodiac, that there's going to be high drama. And as many of the astrologers have said, like the influence of Pluto and other planets, which are, I guess, disruptive, and they dig up what's hidden. We're seeing all of these things that were hidden from our view coming into focus, and a lot of it is kind of dark, the dark side of humanity and its free will choices, and that's hard to witness often. It also depends on your focus. I tend to be a worrier. I wish that I wasn't. I have periods of time when I am beyond it and I really don't worry, but often I do, more often than I would like. And I mean, again, you could say that could also be why I have these dreams, but yet I also have Prince dreams where I remember songs, and then Prince songs come on when I'm out, out socializing. So there's something going on there too. It's not all doom and gloom. But maybe because of the time we're in, I'm having a lot of these sort of major conflict kind of dreams, light versus darkness dreams, and it was definitely interesting to me that this destruction wasn't allowed to happen, because a lot of what the other psychics that probably, if you're watching this, you watch them, have said is that that's sort of like a nuclear war is the line that can be crossed here on Earth. That I mean, they say it would be down to alien intervention, where they wouldn't allow us to destroy ourselves because they have the technology to make nuclear weapons useless when launched. They can detonate them, or otherwise disable them. And I believe that's true. I believe that they won't allow something catastrophic to happen, even though a lot of other bad things are definitely happening. And in addition, I mean, not just conflict, but of course climate change too, that we have to get a handle on. And we need to get past all this divisiveness in order to really make progress. And hopefully the drama that we're seeing is the end of the cycle, and it can't come too soon for most of us, and hopefully it really is soon. But then we also are supposed to remind ourselves that truly this too will pass, that every civilization that's ever been on Earth has been through just incredible things, and that incredible wars that have really cost a lot, and that if we're living in the light, then we have to kind of trust that we have hopefully a certain degree of protection, that they wouldn't leave us all on our own to suffer. But the dream was different in that it wasn't alien intervention that prevented this war between these two civilizations from destroying the sun and destroying the planet that the people lived on. It was an even greater force that actually rewound time, and the implication in my mind was that they would keep rewinding time until they got it right. And I think I mentioned that dream to my mom, and then she kind of did a, like a whoa, because she always says, I don't know where you get your dreams from. Yeah, she did a kind of wow, and then we were both kind of pondering whether that would really be possible. Like, if it is possible, well, I mean, I kind of hope it is possible, just in case we're not getting things right in the current world, that we get a do-over. that it's I just can't believe that this planet would be allowed to fail, even with free will. So people have free will, but I'd like to believe that a creator wouldn't let a planet fall, given all the beauty on the planet, given all the beautiful people on the planet, given all the love on the planet that's real. I said to my mom, because she's been feeling it too. She thought the week was weird energetically too. It could be, and even my brother a bit. It could be that we're vibing with each other, a little bit, feeling each other that way, or it could be just that things are so dramatic, because things are so dramatic, and the drama of the politics is tiresome, and you do have to take your timeouts, and I'm having trouble taking timeouts lately. I feel like I'm a little sucked into it. So, what was the point I was gonna make? Because my mom, yeah, she was wondering like if the do-overs were really possible. Oh, but I said to her, I said, when I look into Shay's eyes, my cat's eyes, I see pure love. I see pure affection. I see unconditional loyalty. And when I got him, I didn't see that at all. I saw fear and anger, and his eyes were so different. And I recognized it from my previous cats that I'd had, but he was even more afraid because he had spent so much time outside. And the way that he began to surrender to affection once he trusted me was really very moving, because he was so, like, he hid for such a long time and was so uncomfortable, and then to see him open up, and now he practically follows me room to room like a dog, and I love it. And I sometimes he doesn't eat when I'm not here for a while, and I don't like that, and I wish he would eat. But I mean, it's like he's worrying about me, or he won't eat until I'm here, or he likes to eat when I'm around. Like if I'm in the kitchen, then he likes to eat because the pantry is right next to the kitchen. So it's that comfort of knowing that the other person is there, the other, you know, the other being is there, and then you can relax and do what you would normally like to do. Which reminds me of like being a kid and um, going to bed at night. I always wanted my when I was a kid, I always wanted my mom to stay up until I was asleep. It For a period of time, it was hard for me to sleep if she went to bed because I knew I knew that she would fall asleep real fast because she was so tired from working and raising us. And then um but I was a thinker then as I am now, and I would worry about whatever. And it would be easier for me to sleep if I knew she was downstairs. It's like you wanted to feel like you were in the comfort of that presence before you went to sleep yourself. And even still now I tend to associate like air conditioning, the sound of air conditioners, with like being with my family in the summer at the old house where we had a huge, yeah, one of those monstrous old ACs, which was so heavy to get into the window that we would have to do it together. Uh, Put it in the window together, and like one of the really hot nights here in Western New York, my bed was around the corner from the AC that ran in the hallway, so I kind of got the least amount of the air, I think. My mom sort of got it more directly right down into her bedroom, and then my brother's was at an angle, and he kind of got some. And I mean, I got some too, but I would get really warm, and I would go and sleep in the hallway. Sometimes I would just grab my comforter and sleep right underneath the AC, and the AC was the stand-in for someone being awake because there's electrical power running to the AC. So the AC is alive. The AC is alive and doing its duty and benevolently cooling us as we sleep. It carries the weight of the evening upon its shoulders while we sleep. And I don't know where these ideas, where these associations come from. I don't know if it's unique to me or if a lot of people feel this way. So if you'd like to chime in on that, I'm happy to hear it. But as I said, I still find the sound of ACs, comforting at night. I like it. Yeah, so I would like to think that, I mean, I know that we're going to get through all this drama here, but it's going to be slower than we want. Like, I know that this stuff with the court cases, which I won't get into any further than just referencing them like that, it's going to drag out a bit. It's going to be probably tiresome because that's just the way things are right now. There are a lot of liars who really are making a lot of noise, and they're awfully tiresome. And I guess we gotta wait. It's gotta all play out. But it's been a lot. It's been a lot for a lot of people. So, I guess I'm saying if you're feeling it, hang in there, because I'm certainly feeling it. And it's showing up in my dreams, that's for sure. And that's my ramble for the evening. Now I gotta go stitch this together because my brain froze in the middle, and it'll be a kind of long video. Unless maybe I chop it up into two. Maybe I'll do that. By which I mean I won't have to edit it. So it'll be part 1 and part 2. That's easier. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do that. So if you see this as 2 parts, now you know why. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe or share, you can. Although, I mean, who the heck are you going to share this with? Everybody's just gonna think it's weird. Oh, um, but share if you like. I also wanted to mention my new book is actually at the printers now. All the files have been delivered. I registered it as a new book on 8/8. I thought, why not? That's the supposed Lionsgate portal, whatever. If there's any significance to 8/8, let me register my book on 8/8. So that's technically the publishing date, but they have all the files at the printer, which is just a couple miles from me here in the city. So when they're done, I'm going to go pick them up. And then they will be available for sale probably on Amazon and other services, or at least through my website. And then I'll begin reading the book as chapters here on YouTube, again, as free readings on YouTube, as I did with my first book. So hopefully that'll be something you'll want to check out too. All right, take care, everybody. Be well. Comments, please. I love the conversations we have, because it's just a little community I got here, which I'm grateful for, and I like that I can interact with most or all of you at this time. Okay, be well. Talk to you soon. Take care.